Now, the JSE has for a year been engaging learners from township schools in education and sharing skills in dealing with money and investment using their platforms. To share more about this project called JSE Investor Challenge, in the studio I have Ralph Speirs, his JSE CSI officer, and alongside him I have Wits University mentor involved in the project, Bheki Twala. Gentlemen, welcome.
Good day to you.
Let's talk about the year that's been. How has it gone? How many schools, how many pupils, challenges, etc. But let's break it down slowly, quickly.
Okay, so we
I just contradict myself, slowly, quickly.
We have had an increase of schools of 19%. This is participants in the investment challenge for this year. So somewhere around 18,000 learners been participating. And then for the university competition, we've had 27% increase in participants, right. Around 4,000.
Right. So what are you saying to them? What do you want them to do?
We're trying to get them to understand financial literacy, understand the stock market, right. And understand the importance of investing on the stock market and just investing and saving in general.
Right. So it's not just the Soweto schools?
No, this is throughout the country. This has been running for 45 years now. Right. And we go out into the rural areas wherever we can to access those schools that have not had the opportunity to understand the stock market in more detail. Yeah. And that is what we are really trying to do. Taking
the JSE to the people. Bheki, you've been involved as well. From your perspective, what have you seen? What has been improved by this project that you think is tangible and will help people understand money? I always say black people and money are not exactly friends in many cases.
It's been a time. We've been participating in this challenge because this is my 6th year mentoring schools, right. From the township. So now and again we'll change learners because we're studying from grade 8 to grade 10. Right. So some of them they are at varsity and they've taken careers in the financial sector, yeah. And they learn about the JSE, how to invest on the JSE, yeah. Saving and about the shares as well.
What difference do you think it has made?
Instead, the little money that they do get, yeah. Now they're thinking about saving or investing on the JSE. Some of them, they've opened the accounts to invest on the JSE.
Right, from a young age.
From the young age, yes.
Yeah, yeah. High school. So you spoke about 19,000. What is the goal?
You know, we would like 50,000. That is obviously medium-term goal. I know that the JSE would like us to get it as soon as possible, but we obviously trying to work with as many schools as possible. Right. Every year we're getting like Bheki mentors out there to go and assist the schools, yeah. And get them to participate and actively get involved.
And what it's been like, I mean, in terms of the kids that have been involved? Because as I say, often when you speak to the kids, and I speak for myself, when I grew up, I don't think I had the right relationship with money. And I think I speak for many people of my generation as well, yeah. And in fact later generations as well. For these kids, when you teach them these principles, what it's been like?
You know, it's not easy. Yeah. I think there's a mentality out there that we want to be rich overnight.
Yes.
And so it's trying to teach them the patience, that they have to, you know, look after their money, yeah. Let it grow, and understand that when you invest in the stock market, you're not going to just make money overnight. Yeah. It's a long-term opportunity, and you allow it to grow. And so that is the understanding and the habit that we're trying to create, yeah. Within the schools, the learners, that they start now at a yeah. young age, yeah. And over time it'll grow into a habit when they're actually earning decent yeah. salaries.
Yeah, this is when days like today are good, because you know it shows you this thing that not just go up, it also goes down. And when it goes down, it hurts, and it hurts very badly. Bheki, your generation perhaps is a little better. With the work that you are doing, are you seeing that change in attitudes that gives you the sense that perhaps we're onto a good thing here?
Slowly but surely, we are trying to change the mindset of yeah. the youth. Because they can relate that I'm amongst them in the township, yeah. Trading in the JSE. So like I have the information about the JSE, because yeah. they perceive as like JSE is only for the rich people. Yeah. In the township, black yeah. people, yeah. like it's not for them. So it shows them that we can also do it.
Yeah. It reminds me of this conversation I had with a friend of mine who said, you know, if you want to demonstrate to the government that you actually care about the people, take the offices to the people. So in my head, I'm thinking, don't worry, Ralph, at the top of my of my head, I'm thinking, let's take the JSE and make the headquarters in Soweto. And you generate greater interest. But with perhaps this conversation, do you think perhaps there's room to introduce a course on markets from an early age than we do at the moment? I don't know the curricula enough to be able to say at university we do have courses on markets and that kind of thing. I get your answer.
Yeah.
Let's start with him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For instance, at the Wits University,
yeah.
we do have classes where it's trading classes. So what we are starting to do, we are starting to introduce more and more young people into trading. And
what are you teaching in that course?
I'm just about the charts of the markets,
okay.
and also the basics of the markets, JSE.
Right.
Yeah.
Investment principles, could that be something that should begin at an earlier age than we do?
We agree fully, and this is where we engage in with the Department of Education, and
yeah.
We are in consultation with them to see how we can obviously get it part of the curriculum, if not right immediately, but also just have it as a project that they can use practically with their studies so that they understand what they're actually learning
yeah.
practically.
What are they saying?
We are still in negotiations with them.
Okay.
We're obviously wanting to make this happen and roll it out. Obviously, the curriculum is already there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
now, in the short term, it should be just a project on the sideline
right.
that they can use.
Right. Ralph is a gentleman. He's just saying that, they are slow in their processes and it takes time, and yet we do not have time. Ralph, thank you. Bheki, thank you. That's Ralph Speirs, JSE CSI officer and Wits University, a mentor involved in the project of Bheki Twala.